is my turn to begin. It is the 3rd of July 2021, and in-game date September 3rd, 1939. Well, let's get our password going. That ain't right, but okay. Game in progress, please start turn. Clear weather turn, so we can expect Air Force activation. And plenty of it. Okay, 480 moves of German action. Let's see what happened. So as is to be expected, we lost everything in the north. That was coming. No shock or surprise there. Yeah, the 27th Infantry Division is also cut off, as expected. So I was hoping to try and pull them back. They might still be able to, because there's not a lot of Germans here. But 10 Panzer is probably going to wreck them. So we'll see. This group has to withdraw across the river, otherwise they will be wrecked. Same for the cavalry here. Might try to blow the bridge as we go. Okay. Poznan group. Well, it's a general German advance all around, but not a lot of attacks so far. Because we withdrew, so they're not able to strike so much. They're just able to kind of harass. But the attacks will start coming. This group is in a really precarious position. There's a lot of... Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. So those divisions are lost. Unless they can break out through here. Unlikely. We can try. We have to try. It's about all we can do. Casualties, not much. Okay. Another division cut off. The German mobility is just immense. They can move around with those armored forces so much faster than anything I have. And there isn't much terrain to hold them back. Yeah, that sort of thing. Although that means they didn't strike full force at Katowice, as I was expecting. So that's interesting. They're trying to basically cut this force off instead. We don't have the manpower to cut them off in our turn. Okay, so attack on Katowice. 1,300 German casualties, 2,100 Polish casualties, and the city held. Southern side, 500 German casualties, 1,400 Polish casualties. The city did not hold. Rybnik, yeah, that didn't hold. Yep. Pretty much what I expected, but I expected a lot harder of a push down there. So that's a bit surprising that they didn't. The Slovaks tried to push, but the Slovaks aren't gonna... They're not gonna do much. This division is kind of trapped now. We need help for them. Panzer... Nah. Infantry attack. 700 German casualties. 500 more. Oh, and they destroyed that pocket of 4,000 troops. Finished it off before I could try to break out, so makes sense. They wouldn't want to leave it hanging around. Okay, so now we start to unpack this whole thing. So, north side, I expected to see this advance. I'm tempted to counterattack against it. We have full readiness. Do we have any cards we can play? Unfortunately not. But we do have the tanks. The tanks don't have readiness yet, though, so we don't want to use them in attack. Don't have a lot of entrenchment either. So most likely it's better to just wait them out and let them come. I'm going to move these guys north to the forest. That gives them a little more protection, and they can also threaten the German south. Try to blow that bridge off. No joy. No joy. I'm not sure if the German sitting on the bridge is preventing it partially. It's not. It's letting me do the roll, but I'm just getting really bad rolls. I'm going to set these guys to light retreat, so they retreat easily. So if the Germans push on them, they should just fall back quite quickly. I'm going to artillery strike this cavalry unit. Ooh, a solid 600 German casualties from one artillery strike. That's a good hit. That takes out most of their readiness as well. We also had artillery in place here. Not nearly as much force, though. Yeah, not much gained. Not much value there. I'm hoping these tanks can help us out, because these Germans don't have a ton of anti-tank weapons. They have anti-tank rifles, and they have 37mm anti-tank guns. But that's all they have out here. We also have our cavalry in place here. I'm so tempted to attack these guys right now. 3,800 Germans, 5,000 Polish cavalry, plus 8,000 workers' regiments, and we still have some left over. How would that look? I'm really tempted to try to pull this off. I wouldn't even use the tanks here, I would just use these troops. We're going to try it. We have a massive advantage. They have better weapons, but we have the cavalry here. No. Failure. But it did reduce their readiness to attack at least. And we have the tanks and at least one of these workers groups here in a defensive position. And they can fall back. I don't mind them falling back. That's alright. Because we have another infantry. The 35th Division is coming up from the south. So even if this line has to fall back to Grodno, these guys are going to be able to sneak in from behind. Hopefully, at least. Okay, let's see if we can blow this bridge. Yes. Okay, you're going to go here and try to blow this bridge as well. Nope, no joy. You're well reinforced there, so you can hold. Okay, the modeling group, which we pulled back while we shouldn't have. That was a mistake. That was a huge freaking mistake. And we're probably going to pay dearly for that. We're not going to be able to blow those bridges. Let's hit that with artillery. No joy. But it doesn't have much readiness again. Alright, I'm just going to try to blow the bridge. I get 2 attempts. No. No. Curses. No joy. I'm going to try to save these guys, but it might be too late. What the fuck is this German doing here? I don't like that. No, sir, not at all. This division out here. Has to break out. This cavalry here needs to pull back. However, I'm not going to pull these guys back. I'm going to hold these guys in place for now. Because they have a fairly defensible position. I just need to spread them out. To try and hold this bridgehead for a little longer. This cavalry is just going to rush out to try and blow bridges. And this side, yeah, these guys need to get out of here. The bridge blowing efforts are not going too good. Do we have any cards up here? Nope. Is there a point to this effort? I don't know. Probably not. It might slow them down just a little bit, cutting off supply. For the start of next turn, these units are not getting supplied. They have reserves, I'm sure. And these guys are going to get relieved. There's no doubt about that. But even the slightest delay can help. Like, if they happen to make another mistake later and end up more delayed, that could be godsend for us. Quick attempt to blow the bridge. Failure. Run away. I don't want you to die here. Jesus. Okay, there's a lot of bullshit coming our way. Nothing gained. I'm tempted to try and make a counterattack here, but I don't really have the forces for it, unless this artillery does some magic right now. It does not. Oof. That was a lot of casualties we took, and for no gain whatsoever. Once again. Same story. Okay. I'm not sure if the Poznan group can hold, because if this north edge starts to come down, and this southern side starts to come down, this will all fall down. These guys will get cut off. Or, like, surrounded. If these two pincers connect here, that's my main concern. Like, if we allow that to happen, then this is all gone. I'm just looking around the map for any secret reserves we might have. Because we really would need some. Alas, there is none on offer. That attack was probably a really bad idea. Looking back at it now. How's things down south? I'm just gonna jump around a little bit. Don't really have a clear plan here. That's a lot of panzers coming. And I have no counter to that whatsoever. These guys are kind of doomed. have no way of getting to destroy that bridge, so we have to go to here and destroy this one. Nope. Nope. Polish engineers cannot blow bridges. There we go. We got one at least. Again, just try to prevent that east-west movement as much as we can. I'm seriously considering pulling the Poznan group back en masse. Don't know. Don't know. I want to keep this first Legion in Warsaw along with these troops, because that way they have maximum entrenchment when the Germans eventually come in. So I want to keep them in. I don't want to move them around too much, because every time you move, you lose entrenchment. Because, of course, you can't take your sandbags and your trenches and all that with you. I'm really tempted to just pull this Poznan group back altogether, because there's just this wide open terrain behind it. But I'm not seeing any German panzers in that region. This 3rd Panzer... and there ain't much holding that back. I think we have to try and reinforce this thorn area here. But I have blown up all the bridges already, so I don't have a lot of mobility to go there. Just bring this division here at the 29th. They might be able to cause some delay. Try and prevent a crossing across the Vistula. Yeah, we're doing that. So these guys will be attached. Here. New HQ. Whoa, wrong button. Where did I go? There we go. I'm trying to decide where to put all these troops. So we've lost southern Katowice, we've lost Sosnowice. Probably won't be able to hold on. This 5th Panzer Division is going to wreck us. There ain't a lot we can do about it. Don't really have any reserves to use. We could bring in the motorized brigade, but I want to keep something back for the defense of Krakow itself. This division will also be pulled back there to hold the city. This corner was given up way too easily. Carpathia Command has to retreat. I don't want to leave the commander unit itself down there, so we're going to pull that back a little bit in case the Germans rush in behind us. At least we've been able to keep the Slovaks in check. That's something. I'm not going to blow the Przemysl Bridge just yet. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't have any rail points to use. I'm considering moving these 2 units up front, because if the Germans reach this far, it doesn't really matter what we're doing at that point. We've lost. So rather than keep them hanging back in the reserve, I'm going to pull them away. I finally found the explanation of what rivers do. So here you can actually see the percentages, like infantry attacking across river, minus 50%, artillery minus 75%, medium tanks minus 80%. Oh, I couldn't find that in the manual anywhere. That was kind of hidden. But now I have that. Is it a bad idea to blow all these rail bridges already? Probably, yeah. But I'm going to be a little bit hasty with that, because I don't. This one I'm going to keep. That might have been actually a mistake, because if we wanted to transfer rail by rail, then that line is now lost to us. That was done too soon. I should not have done that yet. I should have waited. Been more patient. Too late. Some 300 casualties on the German side. Massively reduces their readiness. So that's all good to me. I'm going to keep this artillery back here. So when the Germans reach this point, we can start shelling them. Edward Rydzmigli, who are you? Marshal of Poland, Polish political figure, Commander-in-Chief of Poland's Armed Forces, painter and a poet. Ah, sweet. I can already imagine Polish poetry. I'm sure that's wonderful. Since that line is already cut to us, let's try and blow that bridge. There we go. Because we don't have control of that rail line anymore. I'm a little terrified. What's coming? We've sustained 40,000 casualties so far, and we've inflicted some 16,000, so it's not good numbers. There's not good numbers, I tell you. So yeah, those lines are kind of shattered. That northwest corner, this is a nightmare, and I have no backup here. I'm not sure where I'm going to muster some. That's why I'm thinking of pulling the Poznan group back. Rather than stick around and fight here, I could just say, fuck it, pull back the 17th Division. Start pulling them out. Rather than let the Germans eat them, I'm gonna try and pull them back into some kind of line back here, because we need to defend Warsaw. That's the key part here. If Warsaw falls, everything's done. So rather than stubbornly sit here, as we see here, the Germans are just going to overlap us. There's no point sticking around. If we can't force them to engage, then there's nothing we can do, and we can't force them to engage if they can just walk around us. So, that's the plan for now. I'm going to send these engineers. The artillery's already been fired. My guess is that next turn they're going to cut off, try to break into Katowice. Take the city proper. Wait, what about these guys? They haven't moved yet. Good. Let's pull them back out from there. Trying to keep this defense alive. There is just no point trying to hold that line for good. If we can slow them down for a couple of days, that'll be enough for now. Because on the 23rd of this month, so 20 days from now, in game, is the deadline. If the Germans haven't beaten us by then we might just make it. And 3 days from now we can play another Dobroni card. 2 arms, brave Polish workers, and pull up another few units of these crappy workers from up here. Try to bolster some line somewhere. Might even bolster Warsaw itself. We'll see. Well, that's about all we can do right now, I think. These defensive positions are going to keep... Well, like, we're going to be defending along this river, the Vistula River. I think this is still Vistula to the east here. No, it's... That's Pripyat. Boogie, Woogie, Hedgehog. I don't know. This river here, north of Warsaw. Vistula runs south. I'm guessing this is some other river from east of here. Don't know. Not my specialty. I'm going to hold this line a little bit. I'm regretting moving this unit back, but it's done. It's done. Key question is, where will the 11th and 61st German divisions go? If they head east, then this whole Narev group here is in danger. If they keep pushing south into this little gap here, then the terrain might help us in holding them. I need to really move some units up here, actually. What units? From where? From where? I might move the 1st Legion Division, because this is the most, like, quick-fire way the Germans might reach us right now. Because if I could control these 3 hexes here, the Germans won't have any good way of crossing those. Pull back to... The 5th Division could pull back to hold this line. And as these guys fall back, they're going to come down to this line as well. It might be doable. I'm annoyed I couldn't blow that bridge. Yeah, the Polish Air Force is not suited for that. Okay, I don't think we missed anything. We've done all that we can. Worst case scenario is that these Germans are going to push south from here at speed in a way that we can't cut them off. While the panzers from here are start to push north here. This group here, the Poznan operational group, if they get caught, then it's all lost. Then we're done. I don't know what to do about that, but that's it. We've done all the moves we can. I can't think of anything more to do. Might have bought these guys a few extra days. I don't think this. I still don't think they'll be able to fall back. This German line is too dense and too thick, and we don't have any force here to hold them. The 16th Division falling back from Graudenz is gonna screw us over, but they had to do it because otherwise these troops here would have pushed them out anyway. Failure to blow this bridge is going to be painful. That's going to cost us. And yeah, we've given up a lot of land. I'm hoping to exchange that land for some extra time. Because if we tried to hold these lines, we would just get surrounded. Not sure what else to do. Prayer time! I'm really tempted to make the final move of pushing this first Legion division up north. Where are the Legion divisions, the rest of them? I can imagine the Polish having shit their pants by this point. Anyway, we'll see what happens next turn. Thanks for watching.